must succeed. Let's make sure that history never forgets the name. Enterprise. Guard out.
Our lives are different to anybody else's. That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Greenville, I am calling battle station. Anything can happen in the next half hour.
Oh, hundreds and hundreds, but don't worry. I started a very long time ago.
Calling the War Council of Gallifrey. This is the Doctor.
You might say I've been doing this all my lives.
Good luck.
Stand by.
Ready. Commencing calculations. Turn me there.
Across the boundaries that divide one universe from another.
Got a lock onto his coordinates.
And for my next trick, I didn't know when I was well off. All 12 of them.
No, sir.
Ah! All 13!
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, all 13. Good evening, good morning. Hope you're doing well. This is Saturday night, baby. This is what they want. And we are going to be talking quite a lot about Superman because I liked it a lot. I would go so far as to say I loved it. Right? Genuinely loved it. And I've been listening to the negativity around it. I have heard no valid criticism. It's incredible. None whatsoever. I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. It was I invited in David Dyers on. I hope he can come on because he hated it. I'm like, what? I don't understand. He hated it. Right? I hope he's available to come on because I respect his opinion. Right? I do respect his opinion, but like I have heard no valid criticism whatsoever. I found it delightful. Genuinely delightful. Yeah, I think that's the best way to explain it. It's a massive gear change for not just the DC universe, for superhero movies in general, right? It's a massive gear change. That I agree, but I think a really good one and one we've been wanting for a long time, right? A really long time. Anyway, so yes, I like that as well. It was so that was good. I saw that what's name came back. Foundation came back. I saw the first like 30 seconds, but Sabbath was coming. So yeah, I've just literally come online, right? It was like half hour before I started. And Sabbath ended. So I haven't looked at the news. I guess I'll say it's like huge had happened. But I essentially spent my time listening to Nerderotic's negative review. And honestly, it's I'm mystified. I think he's being sincere. And don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Nerderotic, but look, look, me liking the movie means I'm going to get fewer views and fewer subscriptions. That's just the way it is, right? That's just how it works. Because people like rage, and I don't get the rage, right? Do not get the rage at all. Again, I would watch it again right now. I really enjoy. Yeah, and I didn't feel that way about Mission Impossible. For me, it feels like the universe is healing. All right, so I do want to try and find some of those negative reviews, and negative reviews from my side of nerddom, right? That's what I want, right? Because I don't. Yeah, you can hear I'm mystified. I just don't get it. Anyway, this is a funny time of day. You get me? As I said, the Sabbath just ended. We just started right now a period of time called the 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks lasts, I guess, how long? 3 weeks, right? Although this year it lasts 3 weeks and 1 day, unless the Messiah comes, then we're off, right? Then we don't have to do it anymore. It's a period of Jewish mourning where this is it. A lot of bad stuff happened, but it ends up commemorate. This is when the Romans laid siege to Jerusalem, right? This is the start of we're fucked and we're all going to be killed, right? And then in 3 weeks' time, several years later, it reached the point of, oh, we're all going to die, right? Which is it was the apocalypse of a nation, and it really was that, right? And we were thrown into exile, not to return. But I like that. Until now, we live here now, but until we rebuild our temple, we live in exile, right? That's it's kind of like, and the whole world does to a certain extent as well. Because, there's general confusion and malaise that we feel today, like, which is very common. I think very, very common. Like, like, what the fuck's going on? It's and it's been going on for decades. But I think it's been growing more and more intense. I think that goes away with a Jewish temple, right? Because I think that's like a open conduit to God, which, fundamentally changes the world. I mean, if you can understand how, this is the best way of explaining how we're supposed to feel about living in exile, right? I would explain it thus to people that, we were in Star Trek, they go to the evil mirror universe, right? Spock has a beard. He's that evil, right? He has a beard, really. Obviously one of the best episodes ever. We can all agree, right? But that's our universe, right? That's what not having the temple again, which has a constant. It's supposed to be a constant conduit to God, right? It's like it's a sacrificial religion. Right, and so a lot of it is about the smoke rising. It rises in a perfect column. There's supposed to be an open miracle. There's no carrion, even though it's a sacrificial religion about things being barbecued. Essentially, when you wanted to really, really thank God and worship God and really appreciate who God is, you will go to the temple and you'll bring a cow, right, or whatever, and then they'll cook it for you and you'll eat it. Right, and you went and you had an awesome steak, right? It's like, there's non-meaty options, but that's essentially it. That was the function of the temple, because it's interesting that you take such a physical pleasure, right, and make it the conduit to the optimum spiritual connection to God. Anyway, the point is, all that's lost. And it got lost in 3 weeks from now. So, 3 weeks now, there's one of the two most serious fasts in the Jewish calendar. They last 25 hours, right? No food, no water. I mean, unless you're sick or you're pregnant or whatever. It's whatever. But this one you really should try and keep. You say these like prayers called what are they called again? Keynote, right? They're all just depressing. They're like, and then they cut us up and they put us into a walk, and then they poked us with sticks. Whatever. It's like that, right? But and it's all very October the 7th imagery. Right, this is from a couple of thousand years ago. You would have thought we'd learn a lesson. No, under no circumstance. Will we learn a lesson. And that's another reason why I like Superman. You know what Superman's major villain was? A gossip, right? And that's the thing. That's the most corrosive thing, I think, in the universe. I think it's destroyed our reality. Gossip. And I'll make the case for it when I get to the movie. But it's so commonplace and it's so intensified. People were mad that they represented the Twitter sphere as like a million, was it pan-dimensional space monkeys or something, like, just churning out pure hate. I'm like, well, that sounds reasonable. That does. Really? Look, do you think social media is a mentally healthy space for anybody? Quite frankly. Right? Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. It's like now at least we have like equal rights, sort of, like freedom of speech. And freedom of information to a great extent, which is I think why I think it's one of the great reasons the world is changing, right? But it's not a nice place to be. It's about talking shit to each other a lot, right? And I deal with the most insane assholes on Twitter, like they're like just disgusting people, and they gossip about me constantly, and they again make up the weirdest shit, right? And they're all just so pathetic. It's unbelievable, right? No, yeah, social media's it didn't work out that well, right? I think probably because it was funded and coordinated by the CIA, maybe that might not been one of our smartest moves as humanity. Also having unlimited free porn, right? I don't think that was good for us, right? Really, I mean, look, okay, don't get me wrong. If I said to my 5-year-old self, I say 15-year-old self, let's go on a little bit. Could you imagine in the future you have unlimited free porn, right? Just on your phone. Like, what? What, they talk to you? No, we want video phones. Yeah, it's cool. They're small. They go in your pocket. They're fantastic. It's video phones. Wow. What's happening with Doctor Who? Oh, yeah, some great Doctor Who's. What's happening with Doctor Who now? Thank God, nothing. You haven't had to live through this yet. They just spent the last 10 years fucking in the ass, essentially. I would say 10 years, since 2017. They had the best Doctor Who ever. Like, ever. This guy was perfect, right? And then they just went, See, the world goes crazy, right? The world goes crazy around that time. Because liberals realize they're wrong and they're like freak out. And you know what? That's really what the last few years have been about, right? Well, hang on, I'm just trying to clean out my thing. Yeah, I'm not going to get to it now. It's about liberals realizing they're wrong. Or no, it's not even that. It's having their views challenged, right? In any way whatsoever and freaking out. It really is. But anyway, as I say, gossip. Right? It's a message I very much get behind. I have to say. Anyway, so we get to this fast day. This year it would fall out on Sabbath, which means it's pushed off to Sunday, right? So I won't be doing a show on either, unless the Messiah comes. I'm always optimistic, baby. I am genuinely. I am. And you know why? A reason I think the Messiah is coming. This is a bizarre, a bizarre point of view. But it's because I think the universe is healing, right? And that's what I think this Superman movie is, right? It's the universe healing. I complained a lot about Doctor Who not being something I could watch with children, right? There you go. Doctor Who not being something that I could watch with children. I mean, the Russell D. Davies one, right? I complained a lot about that, right? And I think rightfully so, frankly. That was one of the worst things about the shooting out with Doctor Who, right? Now this is for the first, and I went to sit with my very normie wife, who is the audience, who is the barometer, right? She really liked it, right? She ended it and said, "That's the sweetest Superman movie I've ever seen," and she's right, and I liked it. Like, I could watch this with my grandkids, and I'll be like totally safe territory, right? It'll be fun. But where I couldn't do that with the shooting out with Doctor Who, right? So anyway, for me, again, I had no issue with it whatsoever, other than I found it absolutely delightful. Is it as good as the Richard Donner Superman, right? And here's the thing. That is an incredibly good movie, right? I haven't seen it for a few years, but that is an incredibly good, and I love the Donner cut of Superman too. Genuinely fantastic movies. But is it because they're innovation, and if you remove the innovation aspect from it and put it movie against movie, cinematic experience versus cinematic experience? I think the Donner one wins, right? I do think the Donner one wins. I have to more, to be honest with you, and the Richard Donner one more. There were weird failings in it. I mean, like, I think his costume was a failure. Because there's a weird thing. By the way, I think David Cornsett was great, fantastic in the role. And when he's not in the Superman costume, he is buff as fuck. He's got muscles bulging everywhere. The costume hides his, incredible physique rather than showing off, and I think that's a big mistake. Right? But that's kind of like the only criticism I can really think of. And given everything else really worked so well, it's one I could totally live with. Again, my first, and I think main concern is it is an enjoyable cinematic experience? Right? That's it. Is it enjoy? And yeah, I enjoyed every minute of it. I'll put up some images. And I felt that the Richard Donner soundtrack, which is it overused? I don't know. I think it's earned, right? I think it feels right here. Just have somebody. What's happening? What's going on? I'm getting a message on somewhere. I can't remember. I can't work out where. Too many places. Continue viewing on your. Okay, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Fine. It's getting Superman images. I kind of like the new logo. I like that it's distinctive. Yeah, let me see if I get some pictures of the suit. The suit for me really is the weakest point. I mean, but that's really it. I like the logo. Logo's pretty darn good. I didn't find it annoying. I don't think it. Yeah, okay. One of the criticisms, Superman gets his ass kicked in it a lot. I'm like, well, he did in Superman 2 as well, right? A lot. It wasn't a little. He got kicked in the. He got his ass kicked a lot in that movie, right? And nobody complains about that. It's the weirdest thing. Which okay, whatever. Hang on 1 second. Get some pickies. Doing. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I said I should do this. Hang on, do this. Zoom in. Zoom. It's totally not the one I wanted. Where is it? That's too low res. Hang on. I think I might have got it. I might do the trick. There you go. Share the screen. So yeah, I like the logo. I like the look of it. Everything in general, right? There is one plot point that I understand enrages people. And for me, it wasn't a confirmed plot point. Quite frankly, it was a plot point with a very unreliable narrator. But again, we'll get to that in a minute. Right? It was. So I'm not. I mean, like, it certainly is like left dangling at the end of the movie. My feeling is, I'm trying to state this as non-spoiler as possible. That may, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you'll work it out when you get to it. It just feels like that's something being set up to be dealt with further down the line, right? A lot of this is about establishing a new cinematic universe, and I think it does that. Again, I'm totally stoked for more things in this cinematic universe. That's just a good sign. All right. Again, mild spoiler warning, right? Mild spoiler warning is probably out on the interwebs already. In fact, I don't need to spoil it. I can just say it like this. There is a character that shows up that you weren't expecting to show up. I find it down. I was like, oh! And I know that character is going to be in another movie. So I was, and that movie I was somewhat, on the fence of. But with this cameo, I mean, you like this movie so much, I'm like, yeah, I'm up for that movie, right? But this is just my opinion, right? This is just my opinion. Fortunately, out there in the Twitter sphere, in the interwebs, our minds much darker and more convoluted than mine, that has, scrutinized us with cold intelligence and glee. One of those minds is a geek. Some may say a mega geek. It is, of course, Dean David Dyers. How you doing, mega geek?
Hold on a second. I was going to put my headphones on, otherwise you'll get
okay.
Feedback.
Okay, he's just put his headphones on. He's not just scrambling and putting on his knickers. No, nobody should think that.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Very good.
How you doing? All right?
I'm doing really good. Okay. Here's my points thus far, right?
Okay.
I had a delightful time at the movies. I really enjoyed it. I haven't heard any valid criticism of it whatsoever. I really haven't. It's the weirdest thing. It totally was. It was delivered everything that we've been asking for. Non-woke, simplistic adventure, right? With an incredibly strong moral core, which I really liked. That for me was very, very important.
Right.
Definitely done with a fantastic cast. Special effects you didn't notice, even though they did a lot. So I can't. What did you want?
Are you talking about Superman?
Yeah. What did you want? I'm just mystified.
Well, okay, right. So I know a lot of people are going to enjoy the film. There is enjoyable moments in the film.
It's all enjoyable. What bit isn't enjoyable?
Okay, so the bit that I didn't really enjoy was the assassination of Superman's character.
See, I disagree that happened.
Okay, right. So let me throw a bit points onto this conversation.
Okay, no, I'm glad you're doing this. I'm glad you're doing this.
You could eliminate it, right?
Okay, point number one.
Point number one. Did Superman ever win a fight in that whole movie?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, the fight he won
point one fight out that he won.
He won was with himself. Did he win a fight?
No, he didn't. He slipped into the black hole.
But the fight he won was mainly with himself. You see,
this Superman
has. We're just introduced to it right at the beginning. Right? Okay, so if you haven't seen it, spoilers from now on, right?
Yeah.
It starts off, says Superman's been around for 3 centuries or 3 millennia or 3,000 years or something like that. Meta has been around forever, right? And it said 3 years ago, 3,000 years ago, and then it goes, 30 years ago, Superman got shot out of Krypton, right? Then 3 years ago, he revealed himself to the world.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks ago, he stopped a war, which you cannot draw any comparison to any current day conflict. Even
I agree.
Living in it, right? No, there's nothing.
I totally agree. Yeah. Totally.
Okay, fine. He stopped a war. Then it goes 3 days ago, the country was mad at him, and they said they're going to send a superhero after him. 3 hours ago, he met whatever his name is, and 3 minutes ago, he just first got defeated. Right, so this is a world set up before anybody said a word that's populated by superheroes, and this is the first time he's ever been defeated, right?
Yeah,
so
and then he carries on being defeated all the way through the movie.
No. So for me going in, this was I knew Superman was Superman going. I don't need his origin story. I don't need it to be established.
No, that's fine.
I know he's Superman, right?
That's fine.
And that they start with his defeat for the first time. They very clearly say it for the first time. Doesn't bother me at all. You could easily say, I was saying point I made earlier, Superman 2, he got his ass kicked over and over again.
No, he didn't.
And he took petty revenge.
Okay, right. So the difference between Superman 2 and this film is that we get a great satisfying climax when he takes the guy on in the bar and he spins the chair and all that. It was very satisfying, wasn't it? I
hate to tell you, I was always very uncomfortable with it.
The bit where he comes and takes the guy.
Yeah, I
thought it was a lot of fun. Personally,
I thought that was beneath Superman.
All right, I thought it was a lot of fun.
When I was a
but
kid
the thing is, though, it wasn't beneath Superman because he taught him a lesson, but he didn't injure him, like he didn't break an arm or anything like that.
Yeah, but I'm sitting in the cinema saying that guy would be dead if anybody did that.
Yeah, well, Superman, isn't it? But in this film, he doesn't win a fight at all, right across the board. He gets beaten all the time. He gets beaten, which I found a bit.
Back up again. You say the same thing about
That's not
Rocky.
the point. That's not the point. The point is
but
right.
no, that is the point.
Okay, if you let me explain, Rabbi, that would be good. If you let me explain, that would be good, right? Okay. I did. There was points of the film I did enjoy it, but I didn't like the way he portrayed Superman. Look, again, it's like with every white male hero in movies, they seem to cry a lot.
I think you're projecting.
Okay, Rabbi, did Superman cry?
Yeah, I don't. I've seen
and
it.
And answer these questions. And did Lex Luthor cry at the ending?
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yes. Did any girl cry in the film? No.
No. What's the name did?
Right. No girl cried in the film.
The girl with the weird toes apparently did. I can't again. Okay.
Rabbi. These are facts that I'm telling you here. These are things that happened in the film, right? And it cannot be denied.
It didn't weaken him.
It doesn't matter. Look, you know what, right? I don't care if you liked it. That's great if you liked it.
It's not a question of liking it. It's a question of how does this react to a 10-year-old boy? Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So this is how it's going to play out for a 10-year-old boy. It's gonna. Look, these people are playing the long game, right? They want to teach young kids that's growing up to be males, right? Red-blooded males that men should act this way, and it's rubbish. It's absolute bollocks. They're taking away the masculinity away from our heroes. Okay, what happened to Bond? Did Bond cry in the car? Yes, he did.
To Bond?
Bond. James Bond.
What about
he cry? Did he cry in the last film? Yes.
Again, I don't remember.
Oh my God, Rabbi.
I didn't like the last movie. I thought it was shit. You know what the
last I thought it was shit as well.
You know what the problem was? What? That it was clearly written to be a launch vehicle for Lashana Lynch's 007 and was going to, I believe, every fibre of my being, they filmed a gun barrel sequence to end with her, right? And when they realized what a monumentally stupid idea that was because COVID came and saved them, they re-edited it. But that's why the movie had no center. Just fell apart completely. Because that was the thing they took out, and that's why it just died.
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that every one of our heroes are being deconstructed.
See, I thought he was reconstructed. That's the thing. That's what I liked most about this. I felt by the end of the movie, right, it was somebody who got deconstructed.
How many times did Superman get rescued?
I think Superman 2 is a very good comparison.
How many times did Superman get rescued in this film?
Again, I mean, he got rescued by Metamorpho.
Yeah.
Lois Lane and Mr. Terrific tried to go and rescue them, but
they did rescue him.
Oh, they did right at the end when they broke out.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to think. He came in. Was it? No, he wasn't rescued in the battle with the kaiju, which I thought was. I like that he was trying to not kill the animal. I thought that was really nice.
But this is my point. My point is that he's not Superman. This is James Gunn's Superman, and I don't like it.
I think he embodies every good, positive, masculine characteristic.
Rubbish! Absolutely. I just pointed out 3 points where he wasn't masculine, and you are ignoring it.
No, I don't think Rabbi, have self-doubt.
Rabbi, listen, right?
Yes.
You said the same thing about the shooty doctor. I was on your show when we were talking about the Christmas special, and you were going about, Shooty's all good. He's really good. I like this, whatever. How did Shooty turn out as the doctor? He turned out like
absolutely terrible.
Absolute right.
You're right.
So if you missed
how is this similar?
How
is this Doctor Who?
If you missed,
Superman,
let me finish.
Gay?
If you missed,
I mean, like seriously, I don't see this guy sucking a dick.
Rabbi,
usually I can't stop thinking about it.
If you missed that, you are missing what I'm talking about.
What am I missing?
I've just told you 3 points that I don't like about
I think
Superman.
Showing vulnerability and self-doubt
it's fine. It's fine. I think it's great that you like it, and there's a lot of people that do like it. But it's very Marmite, isn't it?
That's very true.
That's
true. See, my big point is this.
Yeah.
Thank God it's a movie. I can see it. I can enjoy.
I understand. Totally.
Right. Yeah. Thank God. As what we've been asking, it's genre into it's what we've been asking for this entire stupid culture war. They fucking give it to us, and now we're going, nah!
No, but
I'm glad it's doing very well.
No,
I'm glad it's like
but-
knocking,
so
knocking
look,
it apart.
I'm hoping that the DC universe will blossom from this point. But again,
I love this DC universe. It's so silly. It's
I,
fun. It's
I have
carefree.
yeah, but I don't like the way Superman was portrayed in this movie, and a lot of people don't like the way it was portrayed.
I understand. I think you're all wrong. I think you're all
But-
wrong. That's right.
Even though I pointed out facts to you, I was wrong, right?
How's that a fact? It's an opinion.
It's a fact. He got beaten all the way through the movie. He never won one fight. It's the fact that he cried.
I think you're.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm pointing out the facts.
I
No,
think if we
rubbish.
watched this in
Rubbish.
pre-culture war, nobody would be saying this.
No, I think people will be saying it because
No.
Superman never won a fight.
You know, the thing that really blew my mind and changed my life, right, with
Changed
Felt
your
Out,
life.
is Westworld season 2. Genuinely,
God,
because
that was
I went in, I
terrible.
thought that was the wokest shit ever.
It was.
And no, 100% wrong.
It was terrible.
100%. And this is just somebody who's watched the whole show, I think 3 times. I'm getting ready for 3 or 4 times, right? I know it very, very, very well, right? So I agree with you. There are many, many woke tropes in Westworld season 2. 100%. When you really know the story and understand it, it is brilliant. It is so brilliant, right? It is season 1 and 2 is one unit, and the stories of the woke shit in season 2 was set up in season 1 as somewhat inevitable, right? And it was the function of those of those characters, and it ended up with an anti-woke message, frankly, at the end. All right, and then when season 3 and 4 are their own things. But the thing is, I thought it was woke as fuck for the first time I saw it, and I was mad at it, right? And then I kind of watched season 3. I thought that's interesting, but it's too late. My mind didn't really pick up on it. Season 4 I watched, and it was so incredibly good. It made me go back and rewatch it and evaluate it on its own merits. And I was 100% wrong, right? It was the time, it was the place, it was the tropes. It wasn't woke. That was the story, and the story I don't think is a woke one either.
Well, it doesn't matter what people think anyway. You know, this film's going. I reckon this film's going to make a lot of money.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to do better than Fantastic Four.
Oh God, yeah, the Fantastic Four is doomed. Well, yeah, pardon the pun.
I mean, like I have no desire to go and see that in the movies.
I might go and see it.
Okay, the thing is, my wife went with me. My very, very normal wife. At the end of it, she said that was really nice. It's like that's the sweetest Superman movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And she's 100% right, and I like that. I like that. It's the world we're living in now. It's nicer. It's innocent. It was innocent, and it's been a long. And even though they had really graphic murder, and dark shit.
Well, you didn't see it, did you? When he shot the guy.
Oh, you didn't? Again, I saw it once. I don't know.
You didn't see it. You didn't.
Right?
Yeah, you didn't see
but
it.
I think it really set up Lex Luthor as a bad villain.
I didn't like Lex Luthor either. I thought he was a moustache twirling villain.
No, he was exactly like the John Byrne Lex Luthor. Right, and that's the thing.
I don't agree with that Lex Luthor though.
No, wait. Okay.
I don't agree.
There's a point in the movie, right, where the world's kind of splitting in half, weirdly.
Yeah, because of Lex Luthor.
What's that?
Because of Lex Luthor,
Because of Lex Luthor, right?
Yeah,
and it goes through Luthor Corp, which is 2 massive towers.
Yeah.
With their top thing at the top. And he presses the button and it turns into a flying command center.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome. This is what a 10-year-old boy would love. I love that shit. I love how silly that is.
It was, as I said, it was all right. But as I said, I did not like the way. And what's this thing about spoilers? By the way, what's this thing about Supergirl coming up and calling him a bitch and all that rubbish? I'm like, what is this nonsense?
That made me want to go see Supergirl. Now I know that Superdog's in the Supergirl movie. I'm like, okay.
And that dog annoyed me. That all the way through that film, that dog annoyed me.
I love the dog.
What is the point of the dog?
Do you like dogs?
Pardon?
Do you like dogs?
Dogs like me.
I know that's not a question.
I know, but I've never had a dog, so
okay, your life's emptier for it. I have to tell you.
Well, I don't know, but
dogs are super awesome.
Every time I meet a dog, they like me for some reason. I don't know why.
This guy.
That's as I said, the problem with the film is Superman's character. I think he acts like a 13-year-old kid.
He gets
beaten up by everyone in the film.
What's that?
Everyone. He gets beaten up by everyone in the film.
Again, you're fixating on, I think, minutia.
No, I'm not, because
in context,
Rabbi,
me didn't give the impression.
Rabbi, the thing is, though, the things I'm mentioning is a fact in the film.
Okay,
There's no denying it.
But again, I didn't walk away with the impression he's a wuss. Quite the opposite, in fact.
That's not what I'm saying.
What?
I'm not saying he's a wuss. I'm saying that he got beaten up all the way through the film. He gets his ass kicked all the way through the film.
Right,
again, I don't agree with that. I think Superman should be
but again, it was the
masculinity's been taken
with
away.
His first defeat.
No, all the way through the film. All the way through the film.
What I'm saying is the fact as well. They do say on screen he's never been defeated, which is
but that doesn't help, does it? If you don't see Superman being Superman, that doesn't help.
Well, no. It said, listen, I know what Superman looks like, right? It says he's never been defeated. That's part of the story. That's part of the. So I'm like, okay, and that's why it's kind of heavy to defeat. They're starting at the most tense point of Superman 2, where Superman's defeated.
You've got to disagree,
and
with
they
the
miss everything out
parents,
before that, and good for them.
You got to disagree with the Clark's real parents, though, haven't you?
I love them. Oh no, they were great.
No, the real ones, the ones that said he had to conquer. He had to conquer the earth.
My theory, my thinking with this is that I think if that is the law change, it's got to really be explained, because it doesn't work for me at all. However, it's from a very unreliable narrator. And I feel that's more a plot that's being set up for a future thing, right? Which I feel a lot of this movie is. I feel a lot of it is just like, this is opening the box. And I think that's one of the things they put to, because you can't ignore that forever, right? And it's the second half of the message, and it might have been fate before what's name got it. And it's all an unreliable narrator. It puts Superman in an interesting place. That's the other thing. I like where you find him in this movie, right? Young, early, and I like that spoiler alert, he's dating Lois Lane, but only for 3 weeks, right? 3 months, right? She is stunning. Rachel Brosnahan is stunning.
He only played Clark Kent once in the film, didn't he?
Yeah, he
only
did.
Once.
You saw him in a couple of times.
Yeah, just once. Yeah, he didn't play him like twice.
It was a busy move. Now, my biggest criticism is the suit, because like you see him,
I'll hate the suit.
Clark Kent or whatever name, as Superman, just wearing regular clothes in Lois Lane's apartment, right?
Yeah,
he is buff as anything. There he looks like Superman. This costume hides his physique, which is a terrible idea.
It's a terrible costume. That's the problem.
Yeah. No bones about that. I agree with you.
And I didn't like the way he flied either. It looked really goofy. There's that shot where he
didn't even notice it.
Flies around, and then it's like a cartoon, and then suddenly you see the S on his chest, and it's like,
again, it's fine. I had no problem with it whatsoever. I didn't even notice it. Genuinely did not even notice it. Right. And I think Nathan Fillion probably comes out this the best.
I think he was good. I like him.
There's a good bit where he's fighting the bad guys at the end, and he's projecting green arrow like fingers he's giving to people, and they're not. I think they worked well.
That was quite fun. Also, right, Mr. Terrific beats up all those people that beat up Superman previously. How does that happen?
Again, I like, for me, I'm just sitting there being entertained. I'm not waiting.
Yeah. In other words, right, it's just like those JJ films where they throw a lot of action so that you don't notice what's really wrong with the film, and it's the same thing that you're suffering from. You can't see what's really wrong with the film.
Again, it's I've only seen it once, right? I
so have I.
I'm looking forward to seeing it again.
I don't want to see it again. I think it's an insult to Superman.
I'm looking forward to buying this. Right, it's been a long time since I look forward to buying physical media. Like, I've already got Mission Impossible Final Reckoning on digital.
The thing is, though, Rabbi, right? It's really funny how people will say, "Oh, you're haters because you hate this, whatever, blah blah blah." We're not haters. Basically, we can see things that people can't see or ignore because they want Superman so desperately.
I think it's more you got PTSD from the culture war.
Oh, bollocks! Absolute bollocks.
I do. I think
you just can't see it. And
If
you know what,
watch-
right? If they
there
make a
was no
second one,
wokeness in this at all, I felt. I
I don't see any wokeness in it. I totally agree with you. I just don't like the way they assassinated Superman's character. That's
well,
all I'm
that's
saying.
woke in of itself. If you're
No,
going to
it's
assassinate someone, that's a woke thing
it's
to do.
It's kind of, but it's not as much as the whole film being woke. Do you know what I mean? Because the film has merit.
Walk away from that going, "What a weak character! You don't want to see any more from him."
I did totally.
Yeah, Okay, so spoiler warning that when he's
spoilers
when he's healed by the very awesome Kryptonian robots. I love those. Play by Andy
Number
Tudor.
4.
What?
Number 4.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as he's being healed, they put on the message of his. If they put on his parents, it soothes him, right? And that's when he first time see Bradley Cooper and the girl from Westworld as Jor-El and Laura, right? And they're giving their first half of this message saying, "We sent you to Earth because of your yellow sun. You're great. It'd be good. Be a hero. Blah blah blah. That sort of thing." Right, and so he drifts off to that. Later on in the movie, there's a second half of the message which says pretty much the opposite. So I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, but then at the end of the movie,
he says he basically plays the other parents, doesn't he?
Exactly. Yeah, he said when he's being healed, he says play the parents that suits him, and he sees his like Facebook memories, and it's lovely. It was lovely. I related to the parents a lot. They sounded like my wife's family.
God,
I know
terrible. Absolutely awful.
He's okay. This part can totally struck me as a kind-hearted guy who would love to have children, couldn't.
There was no wisdom in him at all. You didn't see enough of them. It was just ridiculous how
I saw enough to work out what's going on.
You're just so acceptable.
I looked through the lens of a 10-year-old boy.
You
right?
are so acceptable of what you see, Rabbi.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know what, right? If they make a second one and it goes super woke, right, you're going to be saying, "Oh, Ian, oh yeah, that was terribly woke," like you did with Doctor Who.
No, I still maintain I enjoyed the Church on Ruby Road. I did.
Absolutely,
I thought it should promise.
It was shit, and you know it.
No,
you won't go back and what you said.
Why would I lie about that?
Oh, many reasons why you would.
Oh, please. Why? Duh. It's a stupid thing to lie about. Who cares? Again, I just went on a lengthy story of how I went back and said I was 100% wrong about something with no problem whatsoever. Literally 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right? Why
would
I know. Say,
but that's my point. That's my point, that you might be saying it in the future with the Superman.
No, honestly, I actually rewatched it, and the points of it I liked, which was the core of the story. I was able to overlook the gay shit, essentially, because there wasn't. I didn't reach maximum overload with it. Right? It took me till the tranny episode, right? Before I was like, "Fuck off with your gay shit!" Right? And I couldn't ignore any of it anymore. Right, but I needed to get build up with it first. But I still enjoyed the bits I enjoyed.
I didn't enjoy. I thought it was an insult to Doctor Who. The whole.
I thought if they actually stuck that landing of it, because it was completely changing, yet still being true to Doctor Who. If they stuck the landing, but they didn't.
First of all, Rabbi, the Doctor should not be black. The Doctor should not be a woman. Right? The Doctor is the Doctor.
I never had a problem with a black Doctor.
I do.
Okay.
Totally. So basically, that's one of the reasons why I didn't like it. Secondly, I didn't like the gay stuff in it. Thirdly, the script was so awful. I just wanted to scratch my eyes out that I saw that show. It was just awful. It was awful. It really.
Yeah, it actually got better in the second season, but still awful.
It got better in the second season?
Yeah, but it was still.
Are you kidding me?
No, they were more proficient at putting things on screen.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, whatever. It was. I'm not one to talk because I never saw any of the episodes. So you might be right. I'm not.
Genuinely, it was better in the second season. I'm not joking. Belinda was great. What's her name? Verada Sefu.
Who? The Asian
companion.
Girl.
She was smoking hot. I mean, like, I thought you couldn't get hotter than Millie Gibson, right? Then Verada Sefu comes in. I'm like, whoa! Hold the front page, ladies and gentlemen. She's smoking hot. Oh my god!
I think you can get hotter than both of them. I reckon.
Really? That sounds like a good night to me. Millie Gibson, I'll take that. I'll be easygoing. I'm not greedy.
I don't know. As I said, I think this film is going to make a lot of money, and a lot of people are happy
It's broken
with
the
it
box office
and stuff
like
like
all its
that.
predictions. It's opening weekend's heading to 200 million right now.
Yeah, but this is the shape of things to come when it comes to our heroes. They're
What they're fun and heroic.
Sorry, say again.
What they're fun and heroic. That terrible.
No, well, he wasn't, was he, in the film?
He was totally heroic. I
agree with you. He's heroic, but I just
well, that's a big deal, don't you think?
It isn't really, especially if he keeps getting beaten to shit in every battle.
Again, look. To me, it was having a bad weekend. That was the movie to me. Superman has a bad weekend. Again, what was the major villain in this movie? It was gossip, and I like that's such an incredible core of a movie, right? It's a very good moral core to come out against gossip. I agree with you. I think it's like gossip's like destroying the world.
Well, again, right? You know, the things that are happening in our entertainment's bigger than the actual things that the IPs that we like.
It's healing. But you got this instead of Black Superman by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
I think that's a win there.
We're living in fantastic times. There's not time to complain.
I think that's a win. I think that's a win that he isn't black.
And also, can I just point out, this is Lois Lane now.
Why didn't she look like that in a movie?
Both of them look better, in their regular clothes, right?
Who was who was the girl with the glasses in the not, I was about to say Daily Bugle, Daily Planet. There was a girl with glasses. I don't even know.
I don't know. Look, they could probably make a TV show about the Daily Planet people. You see, I like that. Again, they need to sexy her up a bit more, right? You need to put on a skirt and heels, okay?
But she had a skirt in one shot.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like straining to try and cop a look. I couldn't.
Yeah, it was. As I said,
a hernia. It wasn't good.
It was okay. I just think that they need to have Superman more smarter. If they're going to do the next one, he has to be more smart. His costume needs to change.
Costume needs to change.
Definitely.
I don't think he would. Okay, you know what? I'll concede you. It's probably best he doesn't lose every fight. I'll concede that to you. I didn't even notice it, though. That's the thing.
He was good, though. He was good as Superman, I thought.
Okay, so this is... Okay, this is such a bad idea to shit on this movie, right?
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just telling you what I think.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not shitting on it. I just said
to encourage this behavior.
No. Oh, bollocks, mate. If you don't think something is good, then we have the right to say that it's not good. And I honestly,
you do have the right to say, but what you come up with so far is reasonably tenuous. I think
rubbish. I have just pointed out facts that's in the movie, and you're ignoring it.
You took inferences from.
You're bollocks. Bollocks, you're ignoring it. You're ignoring the facts that are in the movie.
I'm not ignoring the facts. I'm telling you how I perceive the character.
Same here.
As it was based to me in the movie.
Well, that's your prerogative, and it's my prerogative to say that you're wrong. That's all I'm saying.
There's no right or wrong about this.
Of course there is.
There isn't. There is no again. Are you telling me James Gunn's intention was to make a emasculated hero that doesn't win?
Okay, let's look at it this way, right?
I mean, is that the intention?
Let's look at it this way, right? Every film that's come out so far where it features a male character, right? They always end up crying, and being demasculated, right? And I'm not even lying there. If you go back with all the
what about Mission Impossible?
Yeah, well, Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise, mate. You can't force him to do
No, but did he cry in it? I think he did cry in Mission Impossible. I'm trying to remember.
I don't think he did. I don't think Tom Cruise. He didn't even cry in Top Gun either. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think the films that big Hollywood is in charge of, like the Marvel films and the DC films and stuff like that, there's this wave of shit going through them. And this
I disagree. I think we're just ending it.
Well, I hope so. I really hope so.
I do.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, I felt what Millie Alcock was. I love her name's Alcock. Right, again, I love Crypto. I loved it beyond you can imagine. Oh God! So if you don't know, again, if you haven't seen it, the movie starts off with how the trailer starts, where he's knocked out of the sky, and Crypto comes and saves him. Right, For this reason, I wish I didn't know. I never saw anything and went to it unspoiled. I would have loved it even more. But you know, what can you do?
I mean, you know, as I said, right, we got to agree to disagree here, and that's fine.
That's fair
because,
enough.
yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. And I would always say this is a very Marmite film. You either like it or you don't.
Really
Right.
is true. It really is
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I mean,
that is fine. I'm about an hour in. I haven't got to check. Can I go say hello to everyone, and then we'll?
Sure. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's my fault.
Oh, is it? All right. Okay.
What are we up to? Darren M is here, both here and on the rumbles. Hit the rumble button, baby. You know you want to. You know you like it. Do everything else he's telling you to. You know that man knows what he's talking about. Archer Collin is here. Archer Collin. I'm really, really bored about hearing Pedro bloody Pascal. I can't stand Pedro Pascal.
I can't stand him either. Jesus,
he's
horrible. Yeah.
John the God says Stingray. Anything happen in the next half hour? That's how my opening titles go for Saturday. Never seen the film, but talking about it last night on Father Miller's stream. From what I heard, I will probably watch it on download, but I think it will probably have a number of problems. I do think that different people will get different things out of it. I wanted a clean movie I can go and see with my grandkids. Right. By the way, speaking of grandkids, I have. How many do you think I have on the way?
Wow, you got another one coming?
I don't have any right now.
Oh, but you've got one coming.
I got two boys married, right? Fresh out the war, got married. I don't have one coming. I have two twins.
Oh,
twins
wow!
Away.
Congrats.
Yeah, so I got to. I want stuff I can watch with them, right? I love watching Doctor Who with my kids when they were little.
You can't
right?
now.
That was one of my favorite parts of my life. Genuinely, it was wonderful.
You can't now.
That's why I like this movie. Again, it's innocent. Oh, it's like, and it really is. It's like a breath of fresh air. Speaking of breath of fresh air, we had Indian for lunch, so we haven't had that for a while. Let me get back to the chat.
Yeah, go on.
Crow's Godwine says best Ultraman. Better than Superman. Was it Superman 4, 5?
That was the Quest for Peace. That one.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
And there was a totally different cut than what we saw. I got the comic book, and it was a different story. It had a different he had two Ultramans or something. I can't remember.
They actually filmed it. They cut it out the movie. They actually filmed it.
They did. Oh, fine.
They cut it out the movie. Yeah.
Okay, for some unknown reason, I don't know. Sorry, is this a 5-minute argument or the full half hour?
The thing is, though, I don't see what me and Rabbi do as an argument. I see it's a heavy discussion. But if it's an argument, he'd hate me and I'd hate him. We'd be like, rah! But we're not really. I just think it's very funny that people have different opinions on different films. I find it hilarious. But do you know what? It's the Rabbi's prerogative. If he likes this film, who am I to tell him that he shouldn't like it?
I found nothing. I just liked her. Here's Archie Collin makes a good point over here. Being defeated for the first time would be a good point to reevaluate and recover from. Part of the hero's journey, but he has to eventually come back. And that's what I think. At the end of the movie, he's evolved into a new thing, a new version of himself. Right, and he's a stronger, more together version of himself.
But the point I'm trying to make is that we should have seen some victories before he got totally devastated throughout the whole film. I don't think it should have started off where he got defeated and then he gets defeated all the way through the film. Do you know what I mean?
One of the best Bond movies of recent years was Skyfall, right? Which essentially starts off with Bond's defeat.
Didn't like that film at all.
He did like
Skyfall.
That's the nicest looking Bond film ever made.
Yeah, it looks nice. It's a shame about the content, though.
Hey, Judi Dench became the Bond girl. I thought that was brilliant.
She got killed at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was essentially. Okay, here's my point. For Bond, I think being a 00 working for MI6 or whatever it is, MI5, is a surrogate for. He sees them as a surrogate for his parents, with M being a surrogate for his mother, right? And it's basically about him growing up and moving on and becoming a new version of him. I like movies about self-evolution, right? I feel that was the arc of this movie with Superman, and he was Superman at the beginning, and he was Superman at the end, right? But he was like, again, they're picking a really interesting time in his life where he's been a Superman for 3 years. He's been dating Lois Lane for 3 months, right? I just that I think really works. His father's still alive, and so again, it's like if you do a Judge Dredd movie setting it at the Robot Revolution, which is like Prog 6.
But Rabbi, doesn't it depend on what version you go for? Like, for instance, with the death of Superman, Superman's parents were still alive in that comic, weren't they? They weren't, the father wasn't dead. Really yes, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So they're different versions of Superman. There's the version where his father died before he even became Superman. Then there's this version where they're still alive. Even in the TV shows, right? I think it was in Clark and Lois, whatever it was. His parents were still alive, weren't they? So that's what I'm saying. So they're different. I know he's chosen. Gunn's chosen to keep his parents alive even when he reaches to Superman.
Yeah, no, but I think his father's got to die of a heart attack. That's why they're setting him up.
He's big. Put it that way.
I mean, no one's going to be surprised it happens. Like, really, no. Yeah. No. And I think this is going to be some kind of. I think this is setting up plot points for a future movie.
Well, I hope the next one's going to be good. I'm
happy to concede with you. Again, I didn't notice, but he has to win a fight at the beginning, right?
Well, no. That's not the point. Is
and at the end?
No. Well, the thing is, though, don't heroes win at the end? Of course they do. But he won at the end, basically, didn't he? He won.
I can't remember.
And also, I agree with because, like, I never saw any of the criticisms before I went to see this film. I avoided everything.
Right.
I think I learned this afterwards, where somebody pointed out. I think it might have been Gary that pointed out. Every time they had a serious moment, it was spoilt by a joke.
Yeah,
and then I thought about it, and I think
like I was just listening to Gary's review.
Yeah,
and I'm like, look, for my
think he's right.
As the captain of the ship, and you see what you want to see. I don't think he's being dishonest, but I think it's much better for him to hate this movie, right?
No, he don't. No, look again, right? I think that's not true. I think basically all of us want a really good Superman movie. That's what we want. And if some of us feel we didn't get it, then we have every right to say it.
Again, it's being treated like it's.
No, hold on. Let me finish. To actually be accused of being a hater and saying things like Gary's only doing that just to get.
No, I'm not. I was very pointedly not saying that.
Right?
All right. I will say that it works out better. He is saying, like, to me, it's a stretch to say this movie is like.
No. Look. He said the same thing as me, right? He said that there are enjoyable moments in there, but he didn't like the way Superman was portrayed, and I came out the cinema thinking the same thing. I didn't like the way he was portrayed. That's basically what I'm saying, really.
To me, it seems like he's trying to be relatable to an 8-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid. Like, there's a bit where he's like wheezing. He's just like killed the Superman clone, right? Thrown him into the black hole. And then come on, he's like, I'm coming. I'm doing important stuff, right? Now that does
I hated that
also,
bit.
He's so relatable to the kids watching at that point. He's one of them.
Look, I don't know. I just don't like the way he's portrayed in this movie at all. But then again, that's going to be, forgotten because of, it's all the action makes you forget about that stuff. Unfortunately, I see too much into films that I watch, I must admit. But
honestly, wokery, I just can sense from a mile away. Like, I didn't think Black Perry White was in any way woke, right? I just thought that actor felt like
but the very point that he's black, it does go into the woke era because Perry White was white in the comics. So,
it's not like there's a weird overrepresentation of black people and no representation of gay people at all. Thank God, right? I'm just so happy about that, right? But it's not that I want gay people to go hide in a closet. Just nothing has to be about.
No. All right. So the point I'm trying to make is that when there's an IP that's created, okay, right, and you want to make that IP, whether it be Star Wars or whatever. If the character starts off as white, you should honor that and let that person be white, right? There's no reason to change someone's ethnicity.
Yeah, no, but honestly,
there isn't.
Honestly,
right? No, let me finish. There isn't, right? And so a lot of people saying, oh, we want diversity in the world, but forced diversity is always wrong. Why can't they create their own iconic characters
disagreeing with you on this
instead of invading things that have been around for 50 years, or even more so? So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
With that at all. However, I felt that if somebody told me I'm making a Batman movie with Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, I'd be, well, that sounds pretty interesting. That was wrong too. Well, wait, let me finish. If somebody told me that, I'll be like, well, that's interesting. He seems like he'd be perfect. He's very good at being the detectives. He's thinky roles. Then I watched it and I said, this is woke shit. He was merely cast because he's black.
But that's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to
make. However, when I watched Man of Steel, I saw Lawrence Fishburne be Perry White. Wasn't an issue for me.
No, it was an issue for me because you're not a man of color, but it is an issue for me. Every time I see that race swap thing, I think it's crap. What are they going to do? Are they going to bring back Shaft and have him white? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. None of it makes any sense.
I am fine for adding a proportional representation.
Yes, but not main characters that were white originally.
What?
Not the main characters that were white originally.
And Perry White's a
What was the reason, mate? What was the reason for Jimmy Olsen to be black? What was the reason for Jimmy Olsen to be black in that TV show? What was the reason? I tell you what the reason was. The Supergirl TV show. Remember the Supergirl?
I didn't watch it.
Well, okay. So Jimmy Olsen was black in that. Right? The only reason why he was black in that because it was forced diversity.
Yeah,
and I disagree with forced diversity.
I agree.
And the same thing with movies.
Again. This is something of the last 7, 8 years. I didn't, and I got a very good radar for that. I didn't get that feeling at all from the guy playing Perry White.
Well, he was hardly in it.
But again, he didn't need to be in it that much. They were telling a fun story.
He didn't need to be in it, and he didn't need to be black either. So
no, but he's not just in it. This is what's going to be the universe they live in. They're setting up their reality now.
Well, again, politics is playing into these TV shows, right? When I was a kid, right, and I saw Superman, I didn't wish Superman was my color at all. I think it's got nothing to do with the color of your skin. Therefore, right, they shouldn't force diversity into any IPs that don't.
I agree with you. I don't feel they were doing that here.
But I think, this is the thing. They're trying to normalize it, aren't they?
Like Star Trek Discovery. The British crew is weirdly 80% female and Strange New World.
Well, there you go. That's my point.
Okay, you're trying to tell me that's not forced. That's overly forced.
That is definitely forced. That's forced.
Having one black guy in this is fine.
No.
Really? It's just one black guy. I'm fine with that.
No, I believe that they should
wait. Jimmy Olsen. He wasn't a negatively portrayed.
No, he was the first Jimmy Olsen to be redhead and have freckles on his face, which was awesome. Right?
Yes.
In this one, and plus the girls fancied him, which I can't figure out how that happened.
He came off very well out of this.
He did, yeah, he did.
So there you go. That's a white guy who wasn't like shat on.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, though, how does that work? How does newspapers work today, anyway?
So outmoded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So my question again: this is a universe inhabited with superheroes. That costume is just shit. It annoys me. That costume is shit. Okay, the logo I'm actually can be behind. Right, I'm up for that redesign. That costume is shit. Oh, I forgot. I was doing the chat. 1 second. Sorry, everybody. Let me get back to the chat. Where am I up to? Paul Deadman is here. I gave up the Superman movie about 30 minutes. I thought it was crappy. Oh, you didn't like it? Well, he walked out and said, "Well, blimey." That is a man dedicated.
Yeah.
John the Cox, I believe, was hello. He was hello. Dr. Alex is here. Straight out from your publishing. Have you heard this Conan? He's got a James Earl Jones reading Conan. It's really cool on AI, right, on his channel. I recommend. Flash got 200 million. Well, yeah, that was back in days where there was a lot more going on, right? Yeah. That was the beginning of the Great Descent, right? New 52 costumes are generally hated. Yes, I heard that. Right? I did hear that. Nuclear Man, that's what he was. Right? Matthew Powers is it, but if I hadn't said hello to you. I think I did. Archie Connor said, as I said last night on the nerve of it, it sounds like I might have worked better or as a second movie than the trilogy. I like that it's starting in the middle of the continuity, right? I really do.
Well, he had no choice, did he? Because if he starts off like every other Superman movie about Krypton and all that, then everybody knows that story. So it does make sense to start, halfway through the history of what was going on, doesn't it? Because he's obviously trying to build up a DC universe, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, obviously. But okay, Archie Collin. What if they made a film about one of the great Jewish figures and made him black? Well, they're doing that to Magneto, right? Magneto was very, very Jewish origin. Now he's almost. I thought it was going to be played by Espinio, whatever the guy.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, but again, I would agree with you if it was a major character. To me, a peripheral character on the side, you present an actor that fits the role, and he did. Honestly, I think the archetype Perry White in the 50s.
Yeah, right, but the thing is, though,
best represented by a black guy today.
No, but the thing is, though, if you open that door to let peripheral characters be black and when they're originally white, then you open the door, the bigger door.
There's a Batman cartoon where, Commissioner Gordon and his daughter's black and a bunch of it.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It's shit.
It is, right? Yeah, but the thing is, they've opened this door now, mate.
I think they could. I just think here it worked, and I had no problem with Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White either. Well, that was before the Culture War.
Yeah, but I didn't have any problem with this guy being black in there. But I do recognize the fact that he shouldn't be black, and white characters should be white characters in an adaptation, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, for instance, we knew that when the Doctor was going to be black, we knew that he couldn't go back to the Savior times and backwards in time, could he? Otherwise, he'll get hanged.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
let me ask you, right? Just a great point. I lost it. Oh, what was it?
I don't know.
What were you saying? You were saying
about Doctor Who going backwards in time to the cotton picking days.
No. Right before that.
What were we saying? Opening the door for people to
I can't remember. I had honestly, I was like, this is a knockout. I lost it. I'm not even joking. It was a great one.
It's our age, mate. That's what it is.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
If you open the door for it, I don't know. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
I just don't think that's the case. Honestly, I think we should. Wait. Yeah.
Here it
now
comes.
I remember.
There it comes.
We've seen many adaptations of the Bible, lots of them with thick American accents, right? That obviously aren't representative of the characters as originally envisaged. Absolutely. Right? Whether you think they're divine and real or made up, right? They're not originally as envisaged, right? Equally, you can, Jesus Christ Superstar wasn't originally as the Old Testament was envisaged. However, an entertainment has to reflect its audience. Now, it is true the audience had not as much as they've told us the last 7 years, right? At like 100%, everything's inverted. But there is a more diverse audience now, and it's just not as insanely diverse. It's not majority diverse, right? It's like, and I think the balance of changing Perry White to a black guy is the peripheral, that works fine for me. That seems to me a reasonable representation of demographics in society, and as they changed from 1950 to 2025, right? That to me isn't obnoxious, right? I turn on Star Trek and it's the planet of chicks once again being flown, Starship Chick Fest. Right, it's like fuck off. Right, it's all about skill and applying it correctly. And I think the changing of demographics of the Western civilization is an issue. Right.
Well, the thing is, though, Rabbi, if you open that door, which they have done, that means they can just do anything. Like, for instance, they were threatening to have a black Superman, weren't they, at one point?
Yeah, listen, that and this came to save that.
I know.
Yeah, but again, this to me, this movie is a sign of the universe healing. It's an awesome movie.
I hope so. I really hope so, mate. I really hope so. I think Gunn made a mistake by decimating his character, but hopefully, if he makes a second one, it might be just what we want, or just what I want.
To me, it's just if you had this tough character, this great character, given a bad weekend. And that's essentially what it was. His home was destroyed. By the way, I really like the engineer. I'm up for the what's it? Not the Invisibles. What's the name? The book they're in. not the Ultimates. Oh, what's it called?
Are you talking about the
Planetary? No, not Planet, Authority.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I'll be back. Right. I'm just going to go for a quick pee. But
Okay, very good. I'll wait for you with bated breath, and we'll find out its strength and consistency.
All right, matey. All right.
Okay, very good. Very good. Anyone else in the chat? If representation then give all minorities their own character. Oh, that I agree with as well. But again, I really do believe an entertainment has got to reflect its audience, right? And so, like, I don't think like having a black character, like Doctor Who there being a black Doctor Who instead of Colin Baker, for example, that would have been the right time for it, right? Because it was a fair reflection of the audience. And that they didn't have him at that time was probably a mistake, right? If you don't like James Gunn, you can always give the universe of J.J. Abrams. Like, no. Also, at least they can. You can't complain about the representation. We've finally got a hot Jewish suit. Yeah, no, exactly. I'm very happy about that, right? And Superman is essentially a Jewish concept. Yeah, you had the Nazis, the Amalekites. Essentially, they invented this thing called the Ubermensch, right? The Overman, the Superman, essentially. Right, and from that they derived Nazi philosophy of the superior being. So you had a couple of Jews in America took the same idea, right, and they turned it into Superman. This was right, and it was so incredibly American because it is the strong helping the weak, right? And again, I got to watch it again about how many times he was defeated. It opened up with his defeat, and then he goes back to that fight, and he had Superdog got defeated as well. That was really painful. Nobody likes that. Yeah, you threaten Superdog at that point. You're going to be the most hated character ever. Which again, Lex Luthor came off as a great villain. I wouldn't like to see him again in the next one. Frankly, I would much rather see Mr. Mpliznik, right, or some other Mr. Mpliznik and what's the name? Brainiac, right? I think 1970s Brainiac, and the giant skull, right? And that would really fit. So the question, though, is how do you fit a Batman in this universe? So this is the interesting thing. Batman has essentially led the DC universe since '89, I would say, right? That's why I guess that you were getting the Tim Burton, Nicolas Cage Superman, because it was sort of a gritty Batman-led thing. This is a Superman-led universe. How do you bring Batman into it? That's a really tough question.
That's going to be difficult, isn't it?
Right. I think you got to look at the TV show, something like that, and then maybe some people like Lord and Miller, who are doing this Spider-Verse things. It's got to be somebody who's fun. Right, and I think you got to lean into the back gadgets and the comedy of it, quite frankly. Right, and I think he's got to be played really, really straight and stoic. I think that'll be fun. But and then everything around him is just insane.
well, Gunn doesn't want the was his name the other Batman in his universe, does he?
Yeah. Honestly, that was such a shit movie. They keep saying, "Oh, we made the script." I'm like, oh, "Fuck off! Don't write the script." No. God, that was like watching Batman Begins at half speed with the contrast turned down by half.
That was another film that suffered from a bit of, actually, a lot of the woke.
A lot. Really what's his name? Jeffrey Wright. Wright was pure wokery.
Well, also,
and Gosling was terribly cast as well.
But also, right, you couldn't have Batman winning towards the ending, and Batman didn't capture the Riddler. Riddler gave himself up. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, it's like what they do with every hero. Every hero, they're kind of making him.
To me, really felt like a return to heroics at the end of the day. Right? This sounds like primary color heroics, which, and again, I had no interest in seeing the Supergirl movie, like none whatsoever. And then she turns up at the end, and Superdog is like, he was.
Also, did you not notice, Rabbi, that she was wearing a coat? So we saw her S on her chest, and we saw she was wearing a skirt, but we didn't see. We weren't allowed to see the shape of her body, or we weren't allowed to see what she was like in the costume. Another thing that peed me off as well, she goes to different planets to get drunk.
Oh, that I liked. See, that I liked. I thought that was good.
I don't know.
Right, I did thought that was good. Here, I'm just saying what movies are coming up. It takes us to 2023. Hang on. I got trying to find the article on Wikipedia. DC franchise, maybe? Oh, yeah, what's this?
Why does it have to turn everything into a joke? I don't understand.
I know, it's not a joke. And again, you can say that about most of the Roger Moore James Bonds.
I love that Roger Moore James Bond.
So you got... Okay, so this is a good idea. As their follow-up to Supergirl, their big movie next year is Superman is Supergirl. I think it's a very clever follow-up, quite frankly. I don't know who Craig Gillespie is. I wish them well with it, right?
I don't know.
And then you also get Clayface that year. Okay, then you got the
why?
Authority movie, The Brave and the Bold. That'll be Batman and Swamp Thing. I mean, oh, this sounds good. Yeah, Sergeant Rock movie. They got Daniel Craig as Sergeant Rock. I heard.
No, he quit.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
was it? I thought, what's his name? Pretty guy, actor, Irish.
I don't know.
Who am I thinking of? Was in The Gentleman, the guy who owned the gym.
I don't know. I don't know. I do know that it's going to be hard for him to maintain this. I mean, Superman is going to make a lot of money, but Supergirl, we'll find out, right? Because it's
that's the question. That movie, I mean, like, I'm far less confident about, right? But I'm far more confident about, honestly, with the assertions of crypto. Crypto is cinematic gold. I love every moment of crypto.
Yeah,
more crypto, fantastic.
No, I didn't like crypto at all. I wish he wasn't in the film.
It was glorious. I would say more than better. It was glorious, right? Because again, crypto acted just like my dog, right? And I found it very, very relatable. Yeah, and again, I kind of I like David Cornsweet's Superman. I thought his portrayal was good.
Yeah, he was good.
I mean, you didn't see a lot of them, but I don't think there was any.
I think he was good as Superman, and I liked.
I don't think anybody gave a bad performance to this.
Did anyone give a bad performance? No, you're right. I don't think anyone gave a bad performance.
I mean, what would be nice if they take everything they shot like a lot more. They turn this into like a 4-hour miniseries, right? I'll be up for that. Every time Batman appears in a fight scene, flash sound battle, smash power. So they're doing something similar with this, frankly, right? But it's just got other planets get saved. Does that mean she loses her super? Yeah, that's why she goes there. She goes to planets with red suns, right? And again, that was a gag. It's a gag in the same way Roger Moore James Bonds ended with a gag. That's what the gags were like in this.
Yeah, but this is Superman, isn't it? What? It's not James Bond. Roger Moore's James Bond is Superman, and I don't know.
Understand. And it's look, Superman was also, you had gags in it. Look, he threw out a giant cellophane Superman logo from his chest to trap that grew and then trapped a Kryptonian in it. Right? Did you bonkers?
Did you know that I don't really like Superman 2? Even when I was a kid, when I saw Superman 2, I didn't like it.
Oh, I liked it.
One of the reasons why was one of those, what you just mentioned just now. I thought that they took liberties on the character. And also, as a kid, I noticed the different photography in there. 1 minute, Lois Lane's hair is all shiny. Next minute, it isn't. Do you know what I mean? Because of the two different shoots, isn't it? Yeah, two different shoots. So I didn't understand it fully, but when I read about it as I got older, I realized, okay, that's what happened. That's the reason why I didn't like it so much. But, it is what it is, right?
Right. Again, honestly, this is such good news compared to what it could be. Oh, my God. We've just come out of Doctor Who. Oh, not me. Right. I mean, like, this is so much better. Like, again, this is going in the right direction. Good luck to it.
Yeah, well, I hope the next one's going to be better.
Crosswire goes, I agree with this. After this movie, you want a Mr. Terrific movie or series? Actually, I do. Right, I actually do. I like they had a cameo by Peacemaker, and Rick Flag was in it, who's been in it as a cartoon. So yeah, I like this rounded universe they're making, and my big question was, we know how James Gunn can handle the undersides of society. How's he going to handle the top? right? And I think this came out pretty good to me. This is again, it's an entertaining movie I can watch with my grandkids. I mean, that Superman's in it, and I would watch this. To me, this is the best Superman movie since Superman than the Richard Donner ones.
78.
Yeah, this is. I mean, I think it's on a par with Superman 3. It's better than Superman 3 actually, but it's Superman 3-ish. Right?
I wanted Superman to be stoic in this film, but he wasn't.
Here's the thing: you got to go in a movie just being given what you're given, and then evaluating what you think of it. Right? Well, sometimes they go so far off. It's like, oh look, Doctor Who's a giant black gay guy now. Wants to fuck everyone in the ass. That seems a bit strange. He used to just having a scarf and fighting Daleks.
I can see it coming a mile though.
You did. Me. I was like, oh, everything's gonna be wonderful.
We knew it was going to happen. Let's face it.
You are the Arthur C. Clarke of the fandom world. Oh, frankly, I doubt it. Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
So again, this is definitely better than Man of Steel. I thought was much better. Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman both got a lot better with Zack Snyder's Justice League, which explained it to me.
I didn't like Superman versus Batman, or whether it was called Batman versus Superman. I thought it was dumb. There's some really nice moments. I like when Batman took on all those people when he's rescuing his mum.
Those sketches that were online, those like short Batman sketches where Batman, like college humor, was it? Right. They were a bit like that, right? But again, I kind of like that. It was a very 90s 2000 comic book accurate movie. Right, I like it was the most comic book accurate Batman ever, and I thought Justice League, Jack Snyder's Justice League, is the greatest superhero movie ever made.
Which one?
I would like to see the rest of that, and with AI, baby, I bet I can soon. Right?
Which one? Which one? The Snyder one or the other one?
The Snyder one. I would like to see the next two Snyder movies.
The most annoying thing about the Snyder one is that there was the answers you couldn't get answers to what was left. Like for instance, with Martian, what's his name? Martian, where his name
Manhunter.
is. Yeah, you didn't get any answers obviously because the film stops there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a bit annoying.
It's a story halfway told. So and it hit its pinnacle halfway. So I bet again with AI, he can whip that up on his laptop next week.
Yeah, well, AI is good, but it's not that good. Put it that way.
It's gonna be.
Well, a lot of people say that, but we'll see. There's there'll be a lot of gatekeepers around, and also remember that court case that's happening now with Disney.
Right.
And,
okay. This is how you handle AI, right? You have people who own franchises. They should have their own platform where you can build your AI version of their content and then host it on their platform. Right, and you pay them at like $100 a month to access this, right? That's how you use it, and you encourage it rather than trying to stamp.
Do you understand what's happening in the court case, though?
Right? Yeah, that court. Look, whatever the results of the court case is, people are going to break the law.
So, but do you understand it? So basically, what's happening is that Universal and Disney are trying to sue Mid-Journey. Right. The reason why they're trying to sue Mid-Journey is because Mid-Journey's opened the door to everyone in the entire world, I guess, to use their IPs, to use their characters. So, for instance, you could go on Mid-Journey or any IA and create a whole series about stormtroopers. But yet that is the property of Disney, and that's what they're arguing. That Mid-Journey's given everyone access to their property, which they own.
People didn't like Napster when it first came around, did it?
No. But do you understand what's going on now? Is that if they win that case, then that would domino right across the AI community, which you won't be able to have a version of Yoda.
There'll be an illegal version, right? And like, how
you might not be able to do that.
Exactly. It's
that's what I'm saying. Tragic. If they win, you won't be able to do this because that's someone that's alive in real life and real.
I tell you, she's alive in my head as well. God bless her. God bless
so
her.
there you go. I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. I mean, as I said, if they win, it's gonna domino right across the board. So
Yeah, I think even if they win, then you'll be able to do it from Russia or China or something.
Yeah, you will. But
yeah, it's not going to stop anything.
Well, the thing is that if they catch you, so yeah, we're talking about Disney here, which is quite a powerful company,
I understand.
and Universal quite powerful. They'll be able to trace you. They'll be able to do all that stuff.
Honestly, best. Once you create technology, you can't put that back in the box. The only exception of that apparently alludes where they stop making them.
Have you
right?
seen the?
I only found that out from the Wolf of Wall Street.
Have you? Do you see that? That AI thing with the stormtroopers where they're doing selfies and
yeah, I love that stuff.
It's absolutely hilarious. But right, you know how many people watch that? Millions, right?
Yeah.
And they're making money out of property they don't own. That's their argument.
Oh
That's
yeah,
Disney's
so in
argument.
that case, demonetize it. I'm fine with demonetizing it.
Yeah. But anyway,
But like again, they're just not going to be able to.
I'm interested, Rabbi. What do you actually write in the prompt to get this?
Make her move seductively and lean. No, make her lean forward, move seductively, lean forward, and blow a kiss into camera.
I mean, it's which one do you use anyway?
I use OpenArt.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pulling up some more because we had a Lois Lane week this week. Yeah, in honor of Superman. How do you not like crypto? What is wrong with you? Cold-hearted fiend.
I think he's very annoying.
Oh, crypto was wonderful. Again, this is stuff that will just make my grandchildren go, like Howard Joy. This is what movies. Okay, this is not a Citizen Kane movie. This is a populist entertainment.
It doesn't matter what I think. If it's a huge success, right? It doesn't matter what I think.
It's doing pretty well. Let's have a look. Hang on. Are there any movies you're looking forward to?
No. Oh no, Nobody 2. Nobody 2. I want to see that.
That's a movie I could totally see on streaming.
It looks fun. I'll definitely go and see that. I love the cinema though. I mean, I would definitely go and see that in the cinema because I just love that whole idea of going there, sitting in the seat, having popcorn.
See, I like going to sit in the seat, but for a big movie like this. So it's tracking. It soars past its milestone. It's tracking at 130 opening weekend. I guess that's big deal for 2025. Right? After they destroyed their industry, how did Mission Impossible do? That did pretty well.
It failed. It failed. Do you reckon that Marvel's crap in their pants?
Oh yeah, they're hoping people are going to say that. Hey, we had a great time with Superman. Let's try out this Fantastic Four. Yeah, that trailer is gay, and I don't say that in a nice way, right? That trailer is just totally. It feels very emasculating to me, and I hate Pedro Pascal. The female Silver Surfer is a terrible idea, right? And it's just like that screams wokery at me. That screams it so much. I'm not putting my money down to see it.
But it is possible that after people watching Superman and thinking it's great, they might try Fantastic Four.
I think, it's going to get a bump. It's certainly going to get a bump. How big a bump? I don't know. But I mean, like, unless it looks dreadful, but it doesn't look Eternals bad, right?
No, it doesn't. Eternals was terrible.
Right. So it's got a very bad reputation now, Marvel. Best of luck to it. I don't think it's
I didn't like what was that one called? The Thunderbolts. I finally saw the Thunderbolts. I thought it was absolute shit.
I didn't bother. Is it on Disney Plus now?
And I saw it via the sailboat. So that's how I saw it.
Okay,
via the sailboat.
Fine. We're in the high seas. So
high seas, yeah.
Honestly, you wouldn't have paid for it.
It's interesting. It's really interesting. As I said, it is very divided thing when it comes to Superman. But I would say to anyone, if somebody said to me, should I go and see this film? I'd say yes, because it is enjoyable. It's just that things I don't agree with in it. That's all. But there is enjoyable moments in there. But ultimately, I think it fails.
I found the whole thing thoroughly
Yeah.
just delightful.
Mm.
Right, that was my tweet as I came out saying I found that it was just delightful. Right, so it honestly, again, I'm like in a war zone. I am very happy for some to be able to relax and forget the world.
I hear you.
And it's just like that's what cinema's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a working man's art form. They can go and relax. Right?
Well, tell Hollywood that.
What?
Tell Hollywood that.
Hollywood have. It looks like they worked it out. By the way, interesting thing, Andor. I loved Andor so much, right? I really got into it. It got me back into Star Wars in kind of a big way. So I was watching Clone Wars, right? Which again, I'm really enjoying. Like everything Star Wars right now. I remember there was a live action Clone Wars segment in one of the Ahsoka episodes. So I said, let's go watch that. And so to watch, it's so weird. I fast forward through the woke stuff, and it's like chick. Oh, good bit. Chick. Oh, good bit. Right? Like it says so much.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that blue chick, green chick, they're all shared. Oh,
I just hope all this stuff stops soon, because we do need our male heroes, our white male heroes back, and we do need the working class.
Well, the next Star Wars movie they think they're doing is the next Star Wars thing they're doing is Rebel. Was it Starfighter, the Ryan Gosling one?
Yeah, but it's going to be still Kathleen Kennedy and stuff like that. So Ryan Gosling's going to cry in the film, you know that. So there you go.
I'm very happy with Andor. So that to me proves you can have Star Wars properties that are. I got Mandalore and Grogu. That's probably going to be good.
Talking about Ryan Gosling, are you looking forward to Hail Mary?
What's Hail Mary?
Part? The film is based on a famous book where basically Ryan Gosling is a teacher. Have you not seen the trailer? It's called the Hail Mary. Basically, he's a teacher, and the son. There's something wrong with the son. And they send him up there to space to find out what's wrong with it, because he's the only one that can figure out what's wrong with it. Is it called the Hail Mary Pass or the Hail Mary?
Oh yeah. No, I do. I looked at this trailer a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, that looks okay. But again, that's a movie I would watch on Netflix. There's a Adam Sandler movie.
You wouldn't watch it in the cinema?
No.
I love the cinema. I'll tell you a reason why I love the cinema, right? Yeah, it does come with stupid things like people on their phone and stuff like that and chomping their whatever. But I love it when it's full and the community, people are there and people are laughing and stuff like that. And I love the big screen, and I'm locked in to the film. I think that's the best thing about it.
I generally agree with you. I wish people didn't have phones in the cinema.
No,
right?
but majority of them are quite in my neck of the woods are quite respectful, and they don't stick their phones on.
Well, yeah, we just had the Minecraft movie where you had these kids that destroy the theaters. Right. And theaters were grateful because the first time anybody went in them. So the upcoming Star Wars movies are next year. You got Mandalore and Grogu. I think that's probably going to be good. Right, I think that's probably going to be good.
Who's directing it?
It's what's his name? The guy who started it. What's his name? John
Happy
Favreau.
Happy Hogan.
What? Yeah, Happy Hogan.
Happy Hogan.
John Favreau. It's got a pretty good cast, and it's been good so far. And then you got Star Wars Starfighter, directed by Sean Levy, starring Ryan Gosling. I like both of them. Right, and it's also it's coming out in 2 years, so it's not like another. They're not planning on doing like 10, 15 reshoots of it. I just
hope that it's not got the stamp of Kathleen Kennedy all over it, and it's a
honestly,
bitch.
my vibe is it isn't because listen, and I think there was some genuinely some heavy blowback for the Acolyte. Right, which is pure Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. I think maybe she's being kept around in name only to save face. Frankly, I don't know.
Well, the biggest thing that's coming out in September is Rebecca Gold. So there you go.
I was going to ask you about that. I was going to ask you about it. It's on YouTube.
Well. I'm still deciding because it's a feature now. It's not a web series. The whole thing's a feature. Right. 1 hour and 32, 1 hour and 37, and that's without credits. So everyone that's helped me is probably going to get access to the film, and they can watch it at their at their leisure. But everybody else can wait until I decide where I'm going to put it, whether I'm going to put it on YouTube, whether I'm going to give it to Film Hub, whether I'm going to give it to Film Rights. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. But people like you,
it'll be great to rent a theater and have a gala premiere.
Well,
if I win the lottery, I'll do that for you.
But the thing is, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a pristine copy of it so you can screen it at your leisure, because you helped.
Pristine copy so I can soil it and do my
But you helped, though. That's what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. So you helped with the, you actually gave me some money, so that's cool. So you
listen. There used to be a show called The Joy of Art where they showed you how to do a painting.
Yeah.
The Joy of Art is getting paid. No joke. The Joy of Art is a paycheck for your art. Nothing better than that, is there?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It really is true.
But I kind of disagree. I think that the joy is actually creating something. For me, it's actually making something.
No, when you create something, you do that. But you create it, and it's so good. People will give you money.
I hope so.
That's just
but it never works. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants something for free these days, though, don't they?
I understand because there's so much content out there.
Yeah, it is.
But that's why the joy of art is a paycheck. 100%.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Go ahead.
I mean, right, because I haven't spoken to you about Doctor Who in a long time. What do you think is going to happen now?
I think it's going to be lie dormant for a few years until you got to get the lightning in the bottle of. You got to have people at the BBC who want to revive it, and there's somebody with a good creative vision that they can stand behind.
But
right?
what about that rumor that is it Amazon might take it on?
Well, yeah, but I think the sticking point right now is Russell T Davies. Look, why would a streaming service want to take on a property that to see the first half of it, you got to watch another streaming service, right? It's got to be something completely disconnected from the Disney years, right? And I think they want it to appeal to like the same kind of demographic as Stranger Things, which is a slightly older market. And I think they're slightly saying, can you stop with all the gay shit, right? And that's really the sticking point right now.
Do you know that ITV over here is going to team up with Disney?
I saw that. I did a show on that. It's so BBC is Disney's X.
Yeah. But there is this, I mean, there's this rumor that in the future, BBC and ITV are going to meld into one.
Who knows?
Apparently, yeah.
Listen,
so
the idea that you have any future at all in England, especially London, is amazing. And what could you possibly do to London to make it British again? Oh, my God.
I know.
It's like I can't even imagine what it's like living there. I'm depressed every time I see footage from it. It's unrecognizable.
It is. But the thing is, though, around where I live, hasn't touched it yet, so it's fine where I live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, there'll be blood on the streets when they come down your way. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up my reviews. I like Superman. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I really would. Like, if I could buy a Blu-ray of it now, I totally would. I would watch it right now. Because it's one of those movies I'm going to go back and rewatch. Because when you can rewatch it,
you're going to go to the cinema again.
What?
Are you going to go to the no? How much did it cost you when you went? Did you go with?
I got a half price because I paid 50 shekels, which is 60 shekels. Let me do.
And the cinemas in Israel, are they any good? Do they have the
widescreen and really good? Yeah.
Right, okay.
So hang on, it cost me. I got half price, so only £13 for 2 tickets.
Wow, it's not bad. It's not bad. No, I've got one of those tickets that I can go and watch many movies as I can within the month, and I pay every month. So I've got one of them. So when I went to Superman and the super screen, it didn't cost me anything, even though I'm going to be paying for it at the end of the month, if you know what I mean. So I can see as many films in this month as I want.
Again, that's just too much for me.
Yeah,
right. Cinema's dead to a great extent like that. I like that. I replace that with streaming completely.
But you'd rather see a film at home then, like on your big TV and stuff.
A home theater with a big screen, and it is just like
yeah.
And it honestly, if I had a driver that will take me to and from the theater, probably.
yeah. That's asking for a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, so it's got like for me to go and see a movie in theater, it's something that my wife has got to want to see as well.
Right, gotcha.
Which again, I think that's a decent bar because I think if it's less than that, it's not cinematic, right? I tell you what movie I'm trying to watch and enjoy, and I can't.
What's
I
that?
actually bought it recently. Tenet. Have you ever seen Tenet?
Yeah, I have, and I didn't like it.
I like literally everything else he's done. I think it's just me not understanding it.
No,
But
I think that is the thing. I didn't understand it either. I think I got it towards the ending, but it was just so much trying to use
so
your
much
brain on what's going
information
on.
you give it. What's going on? Why?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I didn't think it was very good personally, but
I mean, it's not as bad. Did you see that movie that was the Francis Ford Coppola's last one? It was awful. It was probably the worst movie ever made.
What was it called?
Hang on.
Who was in it?
The super hot woman from Game of Thrones. Francis Ford Coppola movie. Megalopolis.
No, I've seen 15 minutes of that. That was enough for me.
It's insanely bad. Nathalie Emmanuel, and one of the most gorgeous women in the history of the planet.
What's she been in?
Was it?
What's the film you're talking about?
What we just said, Megalopolis. It's insanely bad.
It is terrible.
It's like one of the worst movies that you could possibly believe exists. Right? It's shockingly bad. However, on the upside, it did star this young lady. Here, why don't we just pull up this picture? It's not downloading. Come here. Doink. There you go, Doink.
Is she British?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know the one you mean.
Again, stunning. Here we go, Doink. So yeah, and again, Doctor Who, will it come back? Probably. It's got to be Doctor Who when it comes back, otherwise it'll fail instantly, right? Again,
oh yeah, I know this girl.
She is absolutely stunning. She was in a good Christmas movie with what's the name? The guy who everybody wanted to be Doctor Who.
She's a woman of color, isn't she?
Yes, she is indeed. I would like to find out if she's a woman of color all over.
But the thing is, though, Rabbi, why didn't they cast her as Ironheart?
I don't know. Maybe she's got too much self-respect and she will turn it down.
Yeah, probably.
It's like Ironheart was awful. Did you see it?
No.
I watched the first 2 episodes. I reviewed one, and I couldn't bring myself to review the next one. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway. So, Racing Superman, yeah, I liked it. Thought it took a shit on his character. I disagree. That's the last hour and 40 minutes.
It was. It was the last hour and 45 minutes.
Well, it's quite an entertaining way to get. I think we both recommend it if you want a good time.
Yes, I do. I do recommend it, definitely.
Right, so,
you know what, right? We can get into heated conversations, but everybody knows that I love the Rabbi, so there you go.
There you go. I mean, again, this is just not carnally, obviously. Don't touch what you can't afford, baby.
Exactly.
Fine. With that, I'm going to wrap up. Rebecca Will's coming out September when?
Towards the end of September. I haven't got a date yet. Towards the end.
Is there still time to donate to it?
Of course. Of course, there's always time. Yeah.
Can anybody put it in the chat? Or do you want to send it to me? I'll put
it. It's the GoFundMe. Just if somebody wants to give me some money, GoFundMe. I got one more day to shoot, and then that'll be that. Yeah. So pretty happy with it so far.
Right. Again, when I win the lottery, I'll get Gage to direct a few of my movies for me. Okay.
Excellent.
We'll keep you busy. Fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hit the end.